Hey guys, I guess you just wrote your midterm this past weekend, so I hope it went well. Going forward in the class, I just want to put out this video for a couple what I wish I would have known when I was taking assets. I know it's a tough class, as you guys probably know now. So here's just a few little tips and tricks for how to use WileyPLUS to your utmost advantage. Again, a little bit about me. My name is Harlan, 5th year in Asper, accounting major. I've used WileyPLUS for assets and equities, and I was a student partner this past winter as well. That's my second time doing this. I live in Winnipeg, diehard Jets fan. The whole spiel I gave you guys last time, same thing. The course is challenging. WileyPLUS can help. I guess you've kind of figured that out by now. It's a little bit more than just giving you that 10 or 15% towards your assignment grade. It really does help you learn the material. So I'll show you a few ways to help utilize that to the best of your advantages. So there's a few different things I'm going to go over. It'll be a quick video, like 5 minutes. The first one is how to see your previous attempt submissions and the solutions after the assignments are due. I've had a few people email me and ask me how to find those, so I just wanted to go over it here for everybody so everyone knows how to effectively use the class learnings to complete your assignments, and some things your profs won't tell you about how to complete your assignments, as well as properly using the adaptive practice tool. So the first one is accessing your submissions and the solutions to the assignment after it's due. I had to contact my own student partner who told me to go to the modules and how to go in that way, and that's how you see the correct answers, submissions, solutions, everything. First step is in your course home. You have to go into the modules. I think grades under the green circle here. You have to go through modules to get here, otherwise you won't find it because you'll get to this last step, but correct answer won't be hyperlinked. You won't be able to click it. You would only be able to see your answer. So you have to go through modules. You scroll to whichever chapter the assignment is in. So for example, assignment 1 was at the end of chapter 3. You click there, it brings you your first answer first, or sorry, the answer that you put in first, and then you can click correct answer. It shows you what's really got to be there. Not shown in this screenshot here is underneath question 3 and in between question 3 and view policies, it would show your previous attempts. It's not here in this one because when I screenshotted it, I didn't actually attempt this question, so mine don't show up. But if they did, it would show you each attempt that you've put in, your percentage correct or incorrect that you got, and then you can see what you put in that was correct or incorrect. But it's all here. So the key here is you got to go through modules and you got to scroll down to your assignment. You can't go through grades, otherwise this correct answer part won't show up. So viewing your past submissions helps you to see past things that you've put in that may not have been correct, so you're not putting in the same incorrect thing twice. And it lets you see the solutions to assignment after the due date, so you can go back and practice it for the final. You can click previous submissions, see what you got, see what was correct and what wasn't, and use the practice for the future. The second one is how to most effectively use your class learnings to do your assignments. In some classes, the textbook questions will slightly differ from the material taught in the class, and vice versa. So the best way to do it, this is from when I took assets a couple years ago. So for example, this chapter we had chapter 17, question 17, and there were a couple in there. So what I did is I read the book beforehand, I put in my own answers, I wrote my own answers for the statement of changes in shareholders' equity, and then when we went over this question in class, I had my idea of what I did. I can kind of see where I went wrong. I fell in the right answers where they need to be. Little tidbits on the side for how to get things correct. Something super important that's I kind of figured out on my own when I took the class is a lot of your WileyPLUS questions will be based on these in chapter examples. At least it was when I took the class. Maybe it's a little bit different now, but that's how it was for me. So basically, a lot of the questions will kind of, be based on these examples in the textbook. So you might have a question that's very similar to this dividend preference one, and you might have not done this exact question in class, but I bet that if you look at this dividend preference section in your textbook, this example is very similar to your question in class, or your question on your assignment. So it's a little peek behind the curtain that your prof probably wouldn't show you. WileyPLUS is challenging, right? So the best way to prepare is to do the questions beforehand, read the textbook beforehand. Every prof says to do that. This is one class where I actually felt it was important to do that and actually did. Follow along in class with your own answers. A lot of WileyPLUS questions are based off what you do in class as well as the textbook examples. So doing both will make the WileyPLUS assignments go a lot faster. The third one is using adaptive practice. So I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how important it was. I didn't know that it kind of tailored things to you, but it does. So the way to find it, you have to be in modules again, like we were before. Scroll down to the chapter you're working on. Click on the adaptive practice. Click begin for whichever chapter you're at. Before you start, you put in your confidence on the chapter to see how confident you are, and then you answer each question and you rate your confidence as well. And then adaptive practice, after doing, I think it's 10, it needs a sample size of 10, it starts to build a profile for you where it gives you questions it thinks you need work on, and it won't test you on things that it thinks you know what you're doing. It's not just another practice platform. It adapts to your needs based on the confidence levels when you use it properly. You don't get marked on it, right? So if you're not very confident, it's okay to say that. You're not going to get penalized. It'll just make you work a bit harder on it. So set your confidence. It generates questions it feels you need to work on, and it removes ones that you should have a good grasp on. You can get the most out of WileyPLUS by following these hacks. Use them as you will. I know they really helped me when I was going through the class, and especially through the stretch run. Sometimes you want to get a little more tricks up your sleeve for the final and for completing those last few assignments for the class. I know it's a difficult class. As always, I'm here to help. So if you have any questions, I still get a few from you guys. I hope I've been able to answer most, if not all of them that you've had. I appreciate your patience through the first month of the semester. WileyPLUS was using the new platform, and it didn't run smoothly technically at the beginning, but I think it's all smoothed out now, so hopefully it's been okay. Any questions about anything, give me a shout. My email is right there. It should be on your Learn page. Other than that, best of luck for the rest of the semester. Good luck on the final, and we'll